On to the part of Chaos Break. This time I'm playing Rick again as we're going to go forward from where we last went, which is in this little lab here with the chick, the lab assistant, Rachel. And, yeah, she wants us to essentially, find a sample, I guess. And the thing is, we can't get there until we unlock the door to level 4 to get in there. We only have level 3. So we have to look around in order to figure out how we're going to get inside. Which means we run a puzzle. So here's the level 3 door right by the side here. And hey, an enemy. Yeah, the difference between, Rick and Matuki is night and fucking day of the attacking, huh? Yeah, they're going down a lot faster. I am 100% positive that our gun here is much stronger than Matuki's. Also, this guy's name is Wilson. Keep that in mind. And over here is a gas. See, it's a gas. Now, the thing is, this also is gas, this entire room, so we've been losing health gradually while we're in there. But I luckily got through everything real quickly, so we didn't lose that much. Alright, so moving on forward, we now need to go ahead and find some more names and also figure out where the other rooms are that are level 3. Because you have level 3 now, we can't go inside them, but we need to unlock level 4 in order to actually progress through this. So, let's look around for where level 4 is. Let's lock for level 4. Also, you might have noticed that, these guys, the mutant guys, yeah, they're not exactly very smart. They can be dangerous, however, but they're honestly kind of easy to avoid. And after a few shots, do get knocked down. They don't die, but they do get knocked down. That's a good time to actually go up ahead and just melee them to death. Also, that guy was Lucas, and he had a chart code, like a chart sheet, I mean. That is our puzzle. Much like the Sudoku puzzle, there is a puzzle involving us interacting with a piece of paper that somebody's dead body had. And there's the lock, too, so obviously we need to pass through in order to make it through. And, yeah, he went from Mayers on how to make the password thing, which is by having it be a puzzle. So, that's neat. And much like the Sudoku thing, it is random on what the puzzle is going to be, like what the solution is. However, the puzzle pieces for it are the same. There are 5 names in total. We have to examine all 5 bodies, get their names, and from there on out, we then have everything we need in order to complete this shit. Also, I'm going to go up over here, because we didn't go here last time. Inside of here are some more of these assholes. And there's also a door here, too. See? It takes about 9 shots to knock them down. If you try to melee them, they can fuck you up. But you can do it if you want to. See? Anyway, here's a dead body. Has no data disk. This door here, however, is not unlocked yet. We will have to come back here, though, as Rick in order to unlock it, because that's the breeding room key. See? The breeding room area. And, yeah, it's going to be important for us later on. Anyway, there's a level 3 door here, right by the entrance that we came to this hallway from. And inside of here is a room in which we can find another AP drug, as well as some more enemies, and another dead body that has a name on it. So let's go ahead and, deal with these guys. Game light for a second, I'm sorry about that. The melee is so much better too, Jesus Christ. That's the AP drug, got that. And his name is Smith. Alright. Now you might have also noticed there was a door there. A specific door. That door being a time door. We've seen it before, but now it's 18 to 24. Yeah, that's gonna be the longest amount of time we have to wait for something. I'm not doing that for Rick. But doesn't mean I'm not doing it for Matuki. We'll get to that when we get to that. Right now, I'm just trying to over back to here, because there's a level 3 door in here, and inside of here will be another dead body that has a name on it, as well as another zombie. So, yeah, just take care of him. You know how to take care of him. Got a lucky hit out of me, but fuck it. He's dead. Good more energy. Nice. With the ammo. And the dead body here, our final one, says Sugino, or Sugino. Okay, so there's also, I believe, a data disk inside this locker here. Yep. And now I'm going to go ahead and jump cut. Well, not jump cut just yet, but I am going to go ahead and solve this puzzle. The code chart. Yeah, it's a crossword puzzle. Except all the pieces have to be in specific places. All except one name has to be on here. For me, it's a solution, which you might get. It's the monster solution, that's the password. But there can be other ones. The walkthrough says one kind of thing, and then another video out there says another few. So this can be different every time. But the solution's very easy to figure out. It's just a crossword where you have to put names in the right spots. And only one name remains, but overall, it gives you your password, and you have to complete the password, even if you only have one letter left on the fucking name thing. If it's not complete, the game will let you have it. So even though I know it's monster, if I didn't complete all of the names there, it wouldn't let me type in monster. It would fail me, saying it's wrong, even though it's correct. So yeah, it's gonna be that way, this game, when it comes to that bullshit. You have to do the puzzle in order to fucking do this. And by doing this, we unlocked level 4.
Security has been unlocked.
So now I'm gonna jump cut over to a door that's right next to where Rachel was. Yeah, this way. Instead of going on the left side where we were before, we're now going the right side. Here's level 4 door right there. And inside of here are 2 more enemies I'll take care of, 2 more mutants. Just, you know, shoot them down, do a bit of dodging as well, maybe some melee as well, you know. We are tough, so we can handle this. There you go. And, yeah, with that, there is some more ammo over here. This dead body, and over on this one is no data disc, I believe. Yeah. A lot of data discs. This is an elevator right here. Let me go ahead and get inside and go down, because we're going downward into B4F. And down here is going to be an interesting room. We get introduced to our new enemy that's going to be a bit problematic. We've had the zombie, we've had the mutant. So, guess what we're dealing with this time? Well, first let me get my data discs and stuff, my key as well. And inside of here, we are now going to deal with the monster. Well, the alien, really. We'll go with alien. And as you can see, he really fucks my shit up bad. And takes a lot of shots. They can take about, like, a whole clip sometimes. Live up to like 16, 18 clips in total. But close to 20 bullets will take them out. So, unload a whole clip on them if you can. And over on here is a freezer. Okay. Well, inside of here is where the samples are, but first, take care of these assholes. Also, when they get stunned, the damage doesn't actually go through on them. Sometimes they can just take no damage from some shots because of the stun thing. So, yeah, as you just saw, that was about 20 in total, so they take a lot of shots to take down with our gun. Now, data disc, and I'm gonna take the sample right here. As you can see, we move a lot slower, and we can't fight either. We can drop it by pressing the X button, which is our melee button, and pick up the shoot. I have to fucking talk. Okay, the circle button, which is our interact button, is how you pick these things up, and the X button is how you put them down, which is our melee button. I don't know why it's like this, but it is. And the thing is, we have to carry this all the way back to Rachel. The problem is that the game knows we're doing this, and it knows that it'll be kind of boring if all we have to do is just walk back all the way there with nothing happening. So what they do is that they decide to implant some new enemies in front of us, and the thing is, if you get hit once, the fucking thing falls down and breaks. And you have to grab another one. There are only 5 of these, so unfortunately, if they all break, it's game over. So, yeah, all I can really say here is, for majority of them, try to avoid them. Like, for half of them at least. The other half, which is this one right up here, drop it and start fighting. Kill them both, and then move on. You can avoid the rest of these, but these guys are really annoying. Even though you can avoid them, It's better to just kill them because avoiding them is extremely difficult to actually pull off. They can easily knock you down without any kind of, like, you know, fucking difficulty at all, really. Seriously, this bit is annoying, but not as annoying as the bit that comes after we carry this entire sample over. Because, oh, by the way, if you try to move while the carrying animation's going on, it just doesn't pick it up. You have to stand there, not do anything, and wait for the item to be on your fucking arms before you actually move. Or else, you just move, and even though the animation happens, you just don't have it in your hands. You're just moving around normally. So, yeah. The trick to this one, by the way, keep the camera away from this monster, and he will not move over. I fucked that up, so unfortunately, I have to kill it. You don't have to, though. If you'll see what I mean when we get to Matuki. Also, yeah, if you don't knock him down immediately, he will get back up, and it takes a while to, you know, kill. And then he just weirdly shrinks like that. Anyway, I have the sample, and now it's time for this bit. I'd recommend, you know, dropping this down and saving on the terminal above you. You know, because at this point, you're about to get into the hardest part of the fucking game. This part in the fucking game really sucks.
Rachel, will this do?
Yes, put it there.
You're in no shape to do this dissection yourself. Tell you what, you give me directions.
Are you all right? You don't look like you're all that good with your hands.
I guess you're not as nice as you look.
I'm kidding. Let's do it.
And now I begin a puzzle, which, I'm gonna talk over this, but I'm keeping the volume at the very highest because voice acting. I want you to hear it.
First, pick up the scalpel.
Alright, you got it. Just move it over and grab it.
Are you ready?
Yep, I am.
All right. Start by making an incision along the abdominal line.
Sure thing, I can't press the X button to start. There we go. So, yeah, this is me trying to aim up the D-pad on the controller with precision aiming with this fucking shit.
And open the chest.
It's not fun. It gets worse.
Can you see the internal organs?
Yep, I sure can.
Now, remove the flesh-colored organ in the upper left quadrant.
Okay.
Be careful you don't touch it with the scalpel.
Yeah, you're starting to notice that the balls are starting to get smaller. And, yeah, you can see it's kind of messy. It's... Again, this is the D-pad controller. Like, this is some Trauma Center shit, but it's not good. It's really awkward to handle. You gotta be very careful, because you can lose a lot of health and die.
And transfer the organ to a container.
Well, you won't die, but you'll lose the sample. Have to grab it again from another spot. Which means going through all those enemies again.
Have you got it? Next, take the red organ on the right side of the body.
The text is cut off.
Pinch off the vessels protruding from the organ with the forceps.
This is the only time we ever used the forceps. We don't use it ever again after this heart part, so that's a great addition right there, huh?
When you've done that, cut the organ out with the scalpel.
Got it. You can see they're getting smaller now. They want you to be much more precise. Even though it's a D-pad thing, and you're playing with a controller, and the precision stuff really fucking sucks. Yeah, the developers... They kind of become dickheads at this point. They really act like dickheads here.
When you've done that, transfer it to a container, same as before.
Got it. I'm going to grab that and put it over. This next part's easy, honestly.
Looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to take out the brownish organ in the lower part of the body.
Yep.
And below the organ where it is attached.
I think they fucked up the audio there again, but whatever. You can see it's at its very smallest now, right? Like, that's fucking small, like lines now.
It should then come loose.
Yep, we're taking it.
Transfer it to a container.
Uh-huh. Let's go ahead and do just that. And now we just have the body, I guess.
Cut the membrane ever so slightly with the scalpel.
Yeah, this is fucked. Now, I can luckily, like, sort of draw a full line here of this one. Like that. But, this is the most awkward bit of the entire fucking thing here. It's just, you're gonna have to, like, tap every now and then, and eventually you will have to tap, because there's one more cutting bit in this entire fucking thing, and they want you to time it as well. So, yeah, as you can see, the developers are kind of dicks. Just keep at it. Do not touch anything else but the yellow spots, and eventually you'll move on.
See how the membrane retracts?
Sure do.
And remove the membrane.
Alright, let me just, like, grab that and pull it off, I guess.
You've almost got it. Maintain concentration.
Okay, bye. Maintain concentration.
Do you see the 4 membranes in the back, all opening and closing?
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Cut out the red vesicle at their center, and be careful not to touch any of them.
Got it. So you have to do this. If you touch the walls when they're closed, you get damaged. So, yeah. Really annoying.
Remove the vesicle, again being careful not to touch any of the membranes.
Got it. Let me time it, and now.
We need that red vesicle for the AP components.
And that's it.
Put it in the protective case quickly.
And that's it for the trauma center shit right there, which means we can now move on, because now it's time to make a choice. Yep, it's not over just yet. We still have a bit more going on of this.
Looks like we've managed. What should I do next?
This must be injected directly into the body.
Come again?
One of us, either you or I, must be injected, and then have her blood serum taken as the component of the AP. Which of us will it be?
Now, you could choose yourself, but if you want to get the good ending, choose Rachel.
You're right. You're more mobile than I, so I think this is best. Okay, do it. Take that to the pharmaceuticals lab. Put that together with the other pharmaceuticals we've gathered thus far, and you'll get the AP.
And now it's time for the worst segment of the game, the 4-minute timer segment. We have to rush all the way over with our 3 drugs here in order to put them into a drug mixer and then do the worst puzzle of the entire fucking game. It's a precision puzzle. You are timed during a precision puzzle. And to make matters worse, you cannot pause, nor can you save. If you try to go to a save spot or to pause the game, the timer stays on the screen and it will keep counting down. You can't stop the fucking timer. That is bullshit. But what's more bullshit than that is that you must have all 3 drugs in your hand. The thing you just got from the alien sample, and the 2 AP drugs you found lying around. You must have them, and you must have them in this mixing machine that we found beforehand, or while dodging all these enemies that are now in your fucking way the entire time. Just don't fight them, avoid them, and run away from them. It's a waste of time. You want to make sure you have the most time possible if you want to get through this and not get fucked over. So, over here, go into the pause menu, you have to do this, get into items, and use all 3 of these drugs right fucking now. Do not waste time, do it right now. Get out, and there you go. And now it's time for the worst puzzle of the fucking game. You have to press the X button when it gets onto the very middle of the screen, this one little dot. If you don't get this right 5 times, you're gonna fail. So, yeah, and it's very precise. If you don't time it just right, you fail. You cannot be too soon or too late. There are no hints or little bits here and there to help you get the timing right. You have to figure it out yourself. So, yeah, as you can see, it does get harder and harder as you go along. And it's a load of bullshit. And, yeah. For anyone who's played this their first time, there's a good chance that you have actually failed this. Because the time would have been over and you would have been too slow to get back over. Because, yes, after you've done this, you then have to run all the way back to Rachel before the timer runs out. When you get in Rachel's room, the timer will stop and the thing will be over. So, you have to go from the fucking lab with these samples here, after choosing Rachel, all the way over to the drug mixer to put them all in from the inventory, do this fucked goddamn puzzle here, and then run all the way back the remaining time you have left to give it to Rachel. If you don't, Rachel dies, and you get the bad ending. So, as you can see, this game is being a massive fucking dickhead. This is not done because, oh, the developers were just, you know, they didn't know what the best to do with this shit. No, they were being dickheads here. This is a dick move by the developers to solely be an asshole to the player. Especially when it comes to this bit. Which I believe these lines are actually random on the 5th one, on, you know, the way they move. 1 to 4 stays same, but I believe every time you go for the 5th one, it changes up the wavelength thing. It's still the same bullshit, but you have to time it just fucking right. And it's very deceptive because of the up and down movements here. It is bullshit. And you have to time it just right, so you have to know the timing of when to press it. It's fucked. But once you manage, if you are lucky and have like 40 seconds left, then you must fucking run. You cannot waste your time here. You must skip everything. Don't bother fighting. Just fucking book it. Run. Dodge past every goddamn enemy. You might get attacked there because the camera sucks and you won't be able to see some of these enemies. But just keep fucking running. Keep pressing L1 button to dodge. And then enter every single fucking door you need to go to get the hell out of here and get back to Rachel. You cannot waste any fucking time. And I was in a panic. Because I didn't know if I had enough time at this point. I was really fucked on that puzzle. And these enemies were really screwing me over as well. But I kept going through. I did my very best to get past all this bullshit. And I did manage. I did make it to the end. But the amount of time I had left was fucking shocking. Like, I was so stressed when I saw this shit. I forgot where Rachel's room was for a second because I was so stressed out and panicked. But I managed, and with that, I cut in and I completed this bullshit time puzzle in less than a fucking millisecond. So I'm putting to Rachel and we're done here.
You okay?
Yes. Where's the AP?
We got it. I'm gonna inject you right now. How do you feel?
It may be that a small amount has a rejuvenating effect on its host. Oh yes, you'll need this.
What is it?
A sub-cartridge for the AP. It's Muse standard, which means I think you can use it with your guns.
I think you're right.
I was only able to find 5, though. But I think there may be more inside.
Thanks. This is plenty. Hey, take it easy.
Yes. Are there still parasites outside?
Yeah. More than before, it looks like.
You went down below earlier, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's an apparatus for breeding life forms in the giant pool in the lower levels of this place. I heard something about it being hard to control the life forms that were bred in there. I wonder if maybe this accident wasn't caused by a life form in that apparatus running amok.
How do we get to the bottom level?
Deactivating the security system on that floor requires authorization from company headquarters.
Okay, for now. Let's go back to the control center. We may get a break, and he may be finished with the repairs already. Besides, I figure it's got to be far and away safer than this.
Okay, I'll do that.
And now we get to escort the bitch. As you can tell, this entire bit here is a nightmare. There's nothing fun about the escort stuff. There's nothing fun about that puzzle we just did. Escorting her out of this room alone is annoying, because she gets stuck everywhere. But, yeah. Now I've got to escort her and defend her from not just these assholes, the mutants, but also the fucking aliens. Because the aliens are around now, and they're a big threat. See? So, considering a lot of damage, and considering how much ammo I have, considering we don't really want to use our special weapons on them, yeah, this fight really sucks. And I have to get my health up too. And Rachel has not yet come. Come on, Rachel. Come faster, for fuck's sake. Dodge this enemy, you can easily do that. You can't do that for these guys, though. You have to fucking kill them. Just start shooting immediately. Keep spamming the fire button. Do not stop firing until they're both dead. This hallway sucks. Just get rid of them immediately. We run from there and then go over this door here to get to the elevator. You're not done yet, though, because you have to bring her over to the first floor. Back to the fucking control center. Where Sean is. So, you know, you have to really fucking take the effort through with this, because, oh god, the game is going to be a massive dickhead about this escort mission here. Everything about Rachel, honestly, is the hardest part of the game. The game is not that difficult, it's just, Rachel here is the most bullshit part for both characters. You have to do the drug shit and everything fucking twice. And also, you have to be quick, it isn't here. you know, you're not timed, but you gotta be quick now. Even though you were in a fucking hurried rush beforehand with that bullshit timer of 4 minutes, which you would only end up about if you did it perfectly. If you did the whole thing perfectly, and you just get everything you could, you'd have about a minute and a half at best from that timer. It can take up to 3 minutes total to get through that entire fucking puzzle. That entire bit. And you have 4 minutes. They do not give you breathing room. They do not give a fuck. You gotta be then and there and done. If you're not, you're fucking screwed. And also, this bit here sucks as well, because eventually the monster just goes for her. I got lucky. You know, she didn't really get harmed that much. But I didn't want her to die. Again, these escorts are very easy to get killed. They can die in 1 hit. So, you know, I don't want to redo everything all over again. I don't want to redo the fucking timing bullshit again. So, you know, I gotta make sure I don't get screwed. Oh, hey, these guys. They're easy. And now, there are no more enemies. From here on out, it is safe runnings from here. We just gotta take Rachel all the way over to the control center. The game gives us mercy here with the first floor, as there are no enemies for the entire first floor with Rachel here. So just go through the doors, take it to the control center, and move on from there. You're basically done at that point. So yeah, that is the most annoying fucking bit of the entire game. Nothing about that puzzle was fun. Nothing about this shit was okay. It was all a load. It was all a fucking load. But hey, at least we're away from all the enemies now, and I just have to bring Rachel all the way over to her destination. And guess what? This is, for the most part, gonna be our last worrisome escort thing. There's one more escort later on, but that escort has a gun, so he'll be fine, and it's really easy, that one too. The Polymath escorts are all done once Rachel is over here at least, so that's some good fucking news. And now it's time for a cutscene between Rachel and Sean.
Sean, has Jake come back yet?
Well...
This is Sean. He's one of the research staff. Are you acquainted?
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
Well, working down in the sewers, you probably had no chance to meet.
The sewers? Why down there?
Didn't you know? There's a research facility down there.
I see. This is the first I've heard about it.
Jake?
Yeah, you okay over there?
Naturally. What about you?
I finished the repairs to the antenna, but now we've got another problem here. The operating system for the terminals is out of whack, and I can't get them to boot, no matter what I do. Rick, I need you to do something for me.
System disk?
Right. It should be stored somewhere around here. Would you find it and bring it here?
Okay, I'll look around for it. Rachel, wait here. Don't move. We should be able to call out if we can just get the communication circuit fixed.
Okay, be careful.
Rachel, do you know where the communication system software is stored?
Well, if it's anywhere, I'd say it'd be in the system storage room on this floor. I think you can get in there if you can deactivate level 4 security.
Way ahead of ya. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and just look for this master key. We need it. The system key or whatever. We need that shit in order to progress forward. We also need to go to Jake now, and Jake is over by where the sewer area was where we started, except we now have level 4, so we can go to a door that we couldn't open beforehand. And by the way, we actually cannot re-access the sewers unless we have level 4. Yeah, system disk, there you go. Nothing else around here though, just the computer at that point. But yeah, we cannot access the area that we started in all over again unless we have level 4 access. Also, for some reason, the game just pressed triangle button immediately when I first opened this area. I don't know why. It shouldn't, but whatever. I'm gonna jump cut over to when we're back over here first because, hey, there's some more of these worm enemies. And there are some rooms we haven't gone to yet. For instance, back over to the elevator area, there was indeed a level 3 door that we didn't go into yet. So, we have level 4 now. We can go into level 3. We have the key card. So, let's go ahead inside the level 3 door and see what's in there. It's optional, but it has a lot of shit in it. So, we'll be needing that. There's the door. Go inside. And inside of here are 2 enemies. Flying enemies. I'm going to ignore them. Outside of here is a gas. It's over here. And also another one of those data disks and also a computer. The computer here also has a data thing. Now, I found out that I was actually fucking up the data thing, because once you complete it and get the correct thing, the right thing, you then have to press the X button. Yeah, I didn't know that, so I was actually exiting about actually completing it. But there you go. Air stabilized. Next up, man department. More emails. The aircon is broken, we fixed it already. The aircon was, by the way, the place where we got one of the names and the gas, and the 2 enemies killed, and it was the place that was poisoning us. So, the game wanted us to come here first, take out the gas, and then go back. However, the gas, you know, takes down your health so slow you can get through the entire room without having to worry about that at all, so no point. And hey, more energy. And more spark, which I will show off, but it's not that great a weapon. It's kind of lame, honestly. Oh, hey! These fuckers. Melee them. Just 3 of them, really. Now, these little system areas, they do have stuff in them. Except all they have is data disks. And there are a lot of data disks in here. In fact, this room has the most data disks of the entirety of every room in the game. So we're gonna have to go ahead and grab all of them. There is an upgrade here as well, and this upgrade is for our gun. We already got an upgrade beforehand. It upgraded our ammo from 10 to 20. This one will upgrade our ammo capacity from 20 to 30. Now, you can actually just ignore this area and come here last if you wanted to. I'm coming here first that we get, you know, the thing in order. But yeah. This dead body here, which you can barely see, has an S30 cartridge. We can now hold 30 ammo. So I'm going to get all the data disks over here. This last one right over here by the computer. I'm going to leave this area, and I'm going to go right over to a room that only Rick can access. That's right, this area by the hole we went to beforehand. Only Rick can access this room. Matuki cannot. This place is locked off from Matuki. It has these 2 face huggers, just melee them, and it has a launcher ammo. And that's it. That's all you get here. Leaving this place, we now go to the sewers, as we are now going to be heading off to the new room. See level 4? We cannot access that room ever again for the rest of the Rick thing, or even Matuki's playthrough, unless we have level 4 access. We cleared the place out beforehand though, so the place is for the most part clean. And yeah, this shit again. I love this actually changed, I think. So yeah, just solve it again, and, you know, take care of, yeah, power supply stabilized. There you go. Alright, moving on forward, we're now going to go head forward over to this path instead, instead of the one we came from, in which we're going to be finding some more rats. Because of course we are. So yeah, kill the rats, melee them. They go down very easily with melee. There you go. And move on forward, we're just going to fight some more roaches. We fought a few roaches, but now there's a lot more in here. Now, you can shoot them, or you can melee them. With Rick, I upped to melee. It saves ammo. And they can go down like 2 hits of melee, if you can avoid getting stunned. Getting stunned is easy, unfortunately. But if you can avoid it, there is take care of. Especially if they like to like stand around at one point to ready themselves for the attack. And at that point, if you can time it just right, you can take them down instantly. So yeah, we'll fight them quite a bit, these roaches, because they're going to be our main enemy for the majority of this bit here. Also, the flyers are here again. Just, again, ignore them, run past, go to this door here at level 4, and move on forward. It's more of this hallway shit here. Just, you know, melee all the cockroaches here, or shoot them if you want. Again, it's like 5 or 4 shots, really. I'm saving health there, really, for that one. It's 2 roaches. I'm fine with it. Inside of here are 2 rats. One is on the side here, and one's up top this spot here. Take care of all these assholes, and get the body. Gonna data this, and this computer here has some more emails for us to look at, so let's go ahead and look at it, shall we? Another save spot. A lot of save spots. Yep, another thing. These notes can be around for a long time. Another line thing, and question marks for the earthquake thing. Okay. A lot of world building, but the world building does not really add to anything in the story at all. You can ignore the world building and understand anything, no problem. It has nothing to do with this entire game. It does not add up at all to world building. You will not care at all. A lot of these characters are already dead. So here's a dead body here, except it has nothing. That's strange. Well, when we get to Matuki, we'll have to go back to this area anyway, and you'll see why that body is, you know, a strange thing. Right now, though, let's just continue on forward, in which I'm taking care of all more of these roaches, and there's a dead end in front of me, so I have to just dodge that and go this way in order to take care of some more roaches and go to the actual exit, because we went around in a fucking loop. Yeah, see? There's a dead end we couldn't go to. Alright, take care of them. There's the door. Go forward from there. Now, the game wants you to go to the door right in front of you at that point, but don't do that just yet. Instead, run down the stairs, because there are 2 dead bodies here, and they have some stuff we'll need. Also, avoid these fuckers. Just run. You can easily run away from these guys. They are no threat to you as long as you keep moving. They can't catch up to you at all. Another AP cartridge than that guy. The AP cartridge is a special weapon. We have to actually go into our inventory and select it first, though, to actually bring it into our special weapon slot, though. And inside here of this body is an energy pack. That body is also interesting. You will find out why later on. Right now, though, I'm going to put in my AP cartridges right now. I'm also going to use that med kit because our health is rather low. And I will actually need full health right now for what's up ahead. So, yeah. There's the door you need to go to. Go inside. And then move on forward from here because forward from here will be a cutscene that will lead us into our first boss fight of the game.
What's that sound?
Let's go inside, shall we? What could possibly go wrong?
This is...
And now the first boss fight of the game, this giant fucking thing. He has a lot of health. There's no health bar in the entire game for any of these guys, really. So, I'm going to start off by using all of my launcher ammo. And I'm not going to use any of my seeker ammo. I'm going to be keeping that in plentiful amount for another boss. However, I will use another special weapon for this guy. Not the AP. We'll keep that for the final boss. But I will use the gas. The gas is interesting because it's an area effect weapon. Oh, by the way, the Wolfie says to stand here to be safe, but yeah, it's not the case. Anyway, the gas here is interesting in that it's an area effect weapon, and it has the longest area effect of the entirety of all his weapons. It can last a long fucking time. So, what I recommend doing is dodging the arm attacks if you can't get timing, and just use your gas on him after you use all your napalm. It does a lot of damage, and it keeps going. Avoid the boulders, because you can see them when they're going to drop, so, it's easy to avoid. And, yeah. Keep at it until eventually the fucker dies. If he's not dead when the last gas is dropped, just shoot at him. He'll die eventually. See? And from doing that entire boss fight, we get a reward. What's the reward, you might be asking? Well, first let me go ahead and switch the search, and then our final upgrade, the 100S cartridge. We can now hold 100 ammo at once. This does mean that I am no longer able to just unload a whole clip on enemies because it's 100 ammo now. That's extremely wasteful considering how much we actually get. But now we have the final upgrade, so our gun is fully upgraded. Yes, there are no damage upgrades, there are no rapid fire upgrades, only ammo upgrades for the most part. Which for Rick is fine. For Mituki, oh god. Anyway, now we're going to go ahead and use the database here. Let's look at some more mail here, where it's a level 5 thing here. We'll worry about level 5 later on. And yeah, a lot of management messages there. They're everywhere. And inside of here, we're getting close to where Jake is. Because remember, Jake is alive in Rick's playthrough. In Matuki's, he's dead. It's Larry who's alive, which in Rick's playthrough, Larry is dead from the get-go. It's sad, but this is how we distinguish how things work out of this. Which means that both these characters' stories do not connect at all. In Resident Evil 1 and 2, they kind of do connect, but in this game, they just don't. They're completely different in both their stories. So, yeah. And now it's time for the stairs. The closer stairs you can actually phase through the railing and the stairs sometimes, and end up falling down. Be careful of that. Once you're up above, though, there is a room up here with some more flying enemies. Just dodge them. Keep note of this shit, though. This is important for Matuki, not for Rick. Same with this body here. There's a photograph here. No point worry about the photograph at all for Rick. We'll have to worry about it when we get to Matuki, however, because Matuki needs that photograph. Matuki is the one that has the photograph and the toolbox, which we don't have either for yet. We'll worry about that next part, however. But first,
Rick, I was worried about you. Where's the disc?
Yeah, this is it.
Great. Let's get to work. Okay, this should do it.
First, we contact headquarters.
DEF 35020. Who is this?
This is Rick Ryder, 55002 OPF 025.
Confirmed. Glad to see we finally got through.
Oh yeah? This job has been totally messed up.
Don't give me that. Just report your situation.
Interior contamination level 7. We need to decontaminate the entire area. The team's had one accident. Larry bought it.
Larry? Oh, I see.
I'm going to take care of the big samples room on the bottom level just as soon as we've deactivated the security system. What's the situation on your end?
You remember the artificial skin that was recovered in the previous accident?
Yeah.
We got a match between it and the Furuksas brand gene label. We're mounting a full-scale investigation of their corporate headquarters. And if we could nail that research data, there'd be no excuse they could possibly make. That is all. I'm sending your support as we speak.
Roger. I'll be back soon. Now we've got our support covered.
All we need to do now is access the Furuksas head offices and deactivate the security system. That should shut down the entire security system.
Okay, let's get back to the control center.
And there you go. Jake goes on. He has a gun, so even though he's our last escort, he is armed, even though he's really shitty with the gun. But that's going to do it for this part. So, next time I'll be Batuki, and we're going to go through everything we've just gone through right now, except we're going to look at all the changes from that, which there are some quite major changes. For instance, Sean will appear in Matuki's playthrough, but it's going to be very different, and also that boss we fought will not be in Matuki's playthrough, just saying. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.